So I think I might just sit here and talk to y'all a little bit, because what's funny, one of the things that's happened if you've been a little bit sickly for a while is, or it might even happen just, having sometimes with the weather and all, but I don't know whether to start a project, because I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to finish it or not. I'm not a young feller, and I try not to let old age be an excuse. I guess I have this rebelliousness inside of me that don't want to give up, and so so I don't want to reach a place where I start saying, well, I'm old, I can't do that, because I want to be more rebellious against old age. I want to be like, oh, heck yeah, I might be old, but I am going to do this and I am going to do that. But the reality is sometimes you pull all your parts out and you heat up your garage and do all your stuff, and then you lose your energy. It's like, oh, I need to go take a nap. Which is just that's kind of what getting old is all about. But there's a few things I do want to talk to you about. I guess sitting here next to this old Chevy engine is as good a place as any to talk, just to have a little talk, a little chit chat with my YouTube friends. Some of y'all might have seen I was on the Weather Channel. Me and Onelonelyfarmer was both on the Weather Channel, and they did a really good job. There's a young lady down there named Aubrey Lacito, and she interviewed him and interviewed me, and pulled videos off of the video that I shot while I was in the flood, the one where Onelonelyfarmer rescued me. And she asked me about different videos that I had about making banjos and stuff, and the one that particularly that Wes bought. I sent her links to my different videos. When you got as many videos as I have, it's like looking down into a well and wondering which drop of water to grab, because I got so many that you can't find anything because you don't know what's what. But she managed to go in there and find videos of us at different times over the years, and me making banjos and him talking about, she had him talking about the banjo that he had me made for him, and then she pulled up some videos of me building that banjo, and she did a really excellent job. She did a better job of telling our story than either one of us have been able to do by ourselves. I was really pleasantly pleased at the way she did what she did, and boy, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing it, and I haven't actually seen the TV show. What happened is this young lady that I used to work with up in Maine, I guess kind of videotaped it off the TV or something like that, and then sped up the parts with the commercials and stuff, and then sent it to me, so I was able to sit down and basically watch it and get an idea. The reason I wasn't able to see it is because I don't have access to Weather Channel, and I tried to join, and they said, well, you got to give us your password to Amazon, and I did, and they said, no, that's not your password, and yes, it is my password, and I went back and checked it, and it's been my password, and they said, no, we can't accept that as your password, and I like, well, I'm not going to go change my password just because y'all can't. Anyway, just long story short, I just couldn't get it. But she sent me that. I was able to see it, and I was able to see how Audrey took all the pieces and parts and told the story of me and. Y'all pardon me. Like I said, I'm still getting over stuff. She was able to tell the story, not only I feel like of me and Wes, but about us as YouTubers in general. She's got me talking about how I met him on YouTube, and then she's got him talking about how he met me on YouTube, and how we got to know each other through YouTube, which is what we're all doing right now, and how we became friends through that. And then the whole thing just came out really good. She even used the part where after the flood, after he pulled me out of the flood, she found some video where he was helping to get the truck going. We was in the junkyard with the truck, and he had the banjo that I made for him that we had pulled out of the truck, and he's playing a little bit about it while we was looking over into the hood of that old Dodge, the one that I wound up sending down to Rusty Acres so he could take care of it. But she did a great job. I was really somewhat amazed and pleased. And I tried to write her an email message and it wouldn't go through, but it was really good. So anyway, you know, some people can take a look at your life from far back and interpret who you are and what you're trying to do in a better way than you can do yourself. It's kind of like when you're driving a hot rod. You know, if you got a camera in your hand and you're driving a hot rod, you can't get a good picture of yourself in the hot rod going down the road because you're driving it. I mean, you know, you need somebody from outside looking in to be able to see what's going on there, and that's kind of the way this was. Somebody from outside looking in at me and Wes, our relationship, that whole hurricane, flood, rescue thing, and interpreting it in a way that's suitable for audiences, and it was really nice. I really appreciate that. More than anything else, and Wes made the statement the other day, more than anything else, what matters is our friendship. Well, you know, yeah, and you know, more than anything else is this, to me, this thing that happened when I wound up on TV interprets not only our friendship, but the friendships that are possible through YouTube. I'll tell you something interesting this morning. YouTube popped up this thing as I was reading my messages. I always read my messages from y'all every morning. It said, it's not too late to sign up for something. And they have something now where if I join, you guys can pay me money so that I can put little stars and little twinkly things next to your name to show your participation in my in my YouTube-ness. And to me, that I thought about, yeah, it's like in the 3rd grade, you know, where if you sit quiet and don't make any noise, you get a star by your name, you know, at the end of the day. I mean, it's the kind of thing that I envision kids, just, I think of it as silliness. You know, kids go online and, oh, I've seen them chase down imaginary monsters and do all kind of stuff. And they do something in a game and they get a little star that flashes, a little tinkling, twinkle noise. And I'm thinking, well, I think that's what they're saying, is that they want me to ask my YouTube friends if they want to pay money so they can get a little star and a little twinkly thing, you know. And no, I don't believe y'all want to do that. I mean, I believe, of course, this channel isn't. We kind of, I got a feeling we're all about my age or somewhere along in there. Well, we might be younger, but you know, we're not. This isn't a place where kids who play video games on their phones they're probably going to be bored stiff with us bunch of old men out here messing around with Chevy engines and doing the different things that we all do, you know. So anyway, I just said no to that. So sorry if any of y'all really wanted to pay me money so that you could get a twinkly thing next to your name, but if you really want that, y'all send me a message and say, hey, I really want a twinkly thing. I want you to sign up for this so we can pay you money and get twinkly things. If that's something that really appeals to you, and I'm just so much of an old head to know it, just feel free to send me a message. Just message me in one of my YouTube videos and say, hey, I want that. Sign me up. I'll gladly fork over money to get twinkly things. I mean, if that's... Now, pardon me for doing that. This whole cold thing is still in my head. But anyway, I feel like I started in one direction and I forked off into a brand new direction, and that's just like me.